When a man is starving, he doesn't ask if the bread is gluten-free. He grabs it with shaking hands. He devours it. He's not concerned with taste, texture, or trend. He needs to eat or he will die. That's how you must treat your mind. Not like a hobby, not like an option, not like a self-help Sunday activity, but like oxygen in a collapsing room. Because whether you realize it or not, the quality of your thoughts is the architect of your destiny. Your mindset is the unseen hand sculpting the shape of your future. And if you do not seize control of that hand, the world will. Look around you. Every invention, every skyscraper, every empire, visible proof of invisible thought. Henry Ford didn't build engines, he built belief. Edison didn't chase electricity, he chased persistence. Disney didn't see a swamp in Florida, he saw the Magic Kingdom. And what about you? What do you see when you close your eyes? Because that vision will either set you free or keep you chained to a life of quiet resignation. You were not born to wake up tired, scroll for meaning, and settle for just enough. You were born to create, to defy, to rise. But to do that, you must train the mind. You must make your thoughts your greatest ally, not your greatest enemy. And that starts with belief. Not the soft, shallow kind. Not belief that evaporates in adversity. I'm talking about belief forged in fire, unbreakable, relentless. The kind that kept Lincoln walking miles to borrow books, alone in candlelight, educating himself to one day change a nation. The kind that let Helen Keller, deaf and blind, declare, "The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision." You see, it's not your eyes that determine your future. It's your mind. It's the inner film you play over and over, even when the world tells you to quit. If your belief is weak, your actions will be hesitant. If your belief is strong, your actions will thunder across the landscape of your life. Clarity. That's the next pillar. No man hits a target he doesn't see. You don't need to have all the answers, but you do need to decide what you're fighting for. What wakes you up before the alarm? What drags you forward when everything says stop? Clarity is not a roadmap. It's a compass. It doesn't give you every turn, but it always shows the direction. Without it, your days will feel long and your life short. Vision, belief, clarity, these are not suggestions. They are survival skills. And like any skill, they must be trained daily, deliberately. Just as you wouldn't expect your muscles to grow without lifting, you cannot expect your mind to evolve without pressure. Discipline is the grindstone. Discipline is when motivation is nowhere to be found, but you act anyway. Discipline is Carnegie reading by candlelight after 14 hours in a factory. It's Mandela in a prison cell, memorizing speeches instead of surrendering to silence. You think greatness is about convenience? You think success is some cosmic lottery? Number. It's built by those who show up, even when the world gives them every excuse not to. You must become the master of your time, not its servant. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. How many of them are working for you or against you? The undisciplined mind will spend years building someone else's dream. The trained mind will fight every day to build its own. But training your mind isn't just about grit. It's about precision. It's about purpose. It's about asking daily, why am I doing this? Purpose is the fuel that turns effort into obsession. It's what keeps the archer focused when the wind howls. It's what makes the soldier rise again, bleeding and broken, because the mission matters more than the pain. Without purpose, you will burn out. With purpose, you will burn brighter. But purpose alone is not enough. You must act. Because knowledge without action is delusion. Action is the separator. It's the bridge between what you dream and what you live. It's the difference between I could and I did. No amount of vision or belief matters if you stay stuck in your head. You must move, even when the path isn't clear, even when fear whispers, what if you fail? Because the truth is, you will fail, and that's the point. Failure is not the end. Failure is the raw material of progress. Every master was once a disaster. Wright brothers crashed planes. Einstein was rejected. Jobs was fired from his own company. But they trained their minds to see defeat as feedback, not finality. They adapted. They evolved. Adaptability is your advantage in a world that never stops changing. It's not the strongest that survive, it's the most adaptable. And to adapt, you must be humble enough to learn. You must trade ego for growth. Read books that make you uncomfortable. Sit at tables where you are the dumbest person. Ask questions that threaten your pride. Because a trained mind is not a rigid mind. It bends, it absorbs, it transforms. The untrained mind reacts, the trained mind reflects, and from reflection comes wisdom, and from wisdom comes resilience. Resilience is when you take the hit and keep moving. It's when life knocks you to your knees and you use that position to pray, to breathe, to rise stronger. It's Roosevelt returning from paralysis to lead a nation. It's Oprah rising from abuse to become a beacon of empowerment. Resilience is not about being untouched. It's about being unbroken. And what keeps you unbroken? Gratitude. Not the soft kind, not the bumper sticker kind, but deep, soul-level gratitude. The kind that sees a lesson in every hardship. The kind that whispers, thank you, even in the storm. Because gratitude reframes pain. It transforms loss into learning. Train your mind to focus on what remains, not just what is lost, and you will never run out of power. This is how you train your mind like your life depends on it. You believe without evidence. You see without sight. You act without guarantee. You adapt without fear. You endure without bitterness. Because the world will test you. The path will hurt you. But your mind, your trained, focused, unrelenting mind, will carry you. And one day, when others ask how you did it, you'll smile. Because they won't understand the war you fought inside, but you will. Train your mind every day, without excuse. Because your life does depend on it. And you are not here to survive. You are here to conquer.